Hi everyone, here we are back on Speak People, bringing the best of our community to you people out there. And one of our guests today is Carmen Whipper. I got that right?
You sure did.
Carmen is a graduate from City College. She just graduated and got her degree on filming.
Communication, film, and video, yeah.
Yes. What field in the filming industry do you want to get into?
I'm basically interested in directing because I noticed that for directing you have to have a lot of control and you have to really be on point and be very organized, and I think that that would be my strength.
Have you ever directed or managed before?
Yeah, I've directed a few PSAs. I've directed, well, a cable show which I actually produced, direct, and host, which is on the reel. That show as well. So I've had some experience.
Carmen Whipper, and you know we're on the reel. We're at the Cold Crush anniversary. We got mad rappers in the house, old school, new school. We got Sticky in the Hoods, the Cold Crush, of course, Crash Crew, Kevin Cab Waterbed, Charlie A. Hearn, who did the first rap movie, and we got Link Q up in the face. Link Q.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about the history of rap, right? We also got Chuck Chill Out in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving him props. He's all the way back there. You know what I'm saying? We right here representing Essos. I came and hooked up with her. We was talking about old school and basically the roots. You know what I'm saying? I was basically talking about how I feel about old school. I think that the roots has kind of been lost. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good because we taking hip-hop to a commercial level where, you know, you may look at TV and you see a commercial, a cereal commercial with his hip-hop. So it's all good. But I think that the roots have been, you know, it's lost. The art form, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rhymers out here, but there's very few MCs who's taking hip-hop to another level, you know, and it's lyrics. It's all about lyrics. Speaking about lyrics. Link Q. Evacuate the building, bodies about to hit ceilings in case of stampedes, so casualties towards the railings. I got the feeling you'll be tailing my direction like an infection, the way I inflame vocal sections. You need protection, more stronger than the latex or playtex. When I kick my rhymes, MC stay vexed. Reflex, it's set to get to body tosses. The way I send them through the air, you'll swear they're flying saucers. Changing courses cause some take off like jets and don't come down just yet until we all look like specks. As they fall, some hit the walls like handballs. How many hit the floor, I'm not too sure. Can't call, but y'all, I add more Vicks to injured list. Tongue and lips kick more tricks than a French kiss. If you insist your biggest wish will be surviving, this drop zone is the home for body lying. Border 9-6, word up. Link Q representing Ace Entertainment. Brooklyn, Queens, Miles, what's up? Peace, y'all.
At what age did you want to get involved with this?
I would say it was at a very young age because my brother was what he's considered now an old school rapper. He was with a group called Grand Wizard Theater on the Fantastic Five, and from then I used to hang around with him all the time, going to clubs.
So that was your experience? You never had like another school to go to?
No, I never participated into any classes or anything dealing with video.
Being in college, after having a kid, how do you maintain yourself to do that? Because a lot of mothers can't do both things at a time.
That's true. That's very true. I would have to say it was difficult, but my advantage is that when I started school, my daughter was around 9, so it wasn't as if she were an infant. So she was older to where she was more understanding, and actually it was a wonderful experience because we both did homework together.
You leveled it out?
Yeah, we sure did.
Okay.
My show on cable, M&M Cable, Channel 16, called On the Reel, and it's basically about the history of rap, but within the show, we implement positive messages and we discuss things that are going on, you know, within our community, socially, economically, and we also send out, you know, pretty good vibes.
You did a show on the Reel with the music because of your brother, or?
Yeah, I think he had the greatest influence in the career that I decided to pursue.
So you got more information out of that and how to get involved into that.
Exactly.
Now that you have your degree, what projects are you looking for in the future to do?
Oh goodness, I'm looking forward to directing, but I actually would like to go to PBS, one of the educational channels, because my focus and my goal is basically to send out positive messages to the youth, because the youth, basically, they're very important to inform, and they're going to be the ones who are going to be running this world, running the country.
So you want to do like a show about the youth or dealing with the youth?
Yes.
Can you tell us of any bad experience you have had?
I can discuss one experience I had. I won't say with what channel, but this was years ago, and I had did an internship on this particular station, and I think this was when Farrakhan had his all-male meetings or something like that was going on, where he's trying to clean up the community and basically try to guide people to the right path. And this one particular station, instead of maybe in support getting some information or some feedback from maybe the communities which this would mostly affect, they went outside of communities, maybe to the Jewish communities, in order to cause controversy, as opposed to, just trying to make things a little simpler and let information be shown in both ways instead of depicting one, by causing some type of controversy. And I really would like to say that what we see on TV is not really what we see. The news directors do choose what they want to focus and how they want to focus on certain issues. So that's one thing that is important to know, that it is biased. The reporters do not seem biased, but they do have special orders that they have to report a story a certain way, or actually they choose what's going to be reported. There are good things happening and bad things happening. They decide to show the negative things in one community and the positive things in other communities, but there are positive and negative things happening in all communities.
So you feel like they pick out the one they like and they make it more dramatic than what it really is sometimes?
Right. They choose to depict who and what and where they want to depict. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 8 years from now?
In 8 years, I should at least have directed, I would say, one film, because it is costly, it's timely, and it takes time for a film to actually, a total film, a feature film to actually be created and produced. But I can see myself directed one film and on public TV or broadcast TV, basically directing a program geared towards the youth.
That's what was going to be my next question. What would you like to transmit to the public, especially the young people like me that sometimes are confused, or we think that money is more important than college because that gets us by first?
That's true, that's true. With an education, you can do anything. With an education, money will come. With an education, it's easier to focus. It's easier to survive in a society like our society today, where there's so much happening. There's a lot of problems, but there are also a lot of positive things taking place in the communities. I stress education, going to college. The money will come when you go to college. Besides that, besides the financial means, education means you learn a lot about yourself, your community, your environment. There's so much, and learning will help you actually adjust and survive.
How has public access television helped you out in becoming a better skilled person?
Oh, it's helped me out so much, because I've had to do everything. I've had to do camera, I've had to edit, I've had to do so much. Even though I've had help from other people, I would have to say, Orlando, I have to thank him for helping editing and shooting and everything else.
Yeah, because you told me one time that you don't like editing, sitting around. You like the broadcasting more.
Exactly that. I like doing camera too as well. I love working behind the scenes, but editing, I think it's kind of tedious. But I've learned a whole lot as far as organizing, getting things together. There's just a lot. There's a lot. Public access has done a great deal for me, and I love public access because it allows you, just like you're doing here, we get to discuss things, and you're not limited. You can ask me what you want to ask me, and I can answer any way I want to answer. And that's what I love about it, because it's like, in a sense, we have a freedom of speech.
With your real opinion.
Exactly.
And what's the difference between commercials and the public television?
Commercial television and public? Just like we're here discussing things that we can discuss. Whatever we want to talk about, we can talk about without a limit. Now, with broadcast TV, you are limited because we have to discuss only what the director of that program says we have to discuss. There's a script that's taking place there, except for maybe talk shows.
Yeah.
But even talk shows, they're limited because they have to only touch on this subject. And if you ever watched any, exactly, if you watch the public, not public access shows, but if you watch talk shows, when they go off to another end, they have to bring it back. It's up to the host to bring it back.
So, you have any plans that you would like to start? doing in the right now instead of so far ahead in the future?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a few of us students are working on an art collective, which is basically where each student, maybe 10 students, will gather up and we'll each be able to write our own script, which it'll be consisting of little segments, short segments, and we will combine it all to one. That's why we're calling it Art Collective. And most of us are City College students and graduates, and we hope to get that on the road very soon, which we're going to be supporting it financially, physically, and within the production aspect as well.
Well, good luck, and thank you very much for giving us your time. And this is Arminda Victor with Carmen Whipper, and we'll be back.
Rocking some freestyle that was fat. We got, okay, we have Gabby Cab Rock.
What's up, baby? No doubt.
Chuck Chill out in the house. Let's go.
What up, Sticky in the Hood?
What's going on, man?
She Entertainment, Fat Wax.
No doubt. You know
Old
how
school.
we do. Old school.
Old school.
Old school.
Rules. See ya.
True school. Representing. Peace out, New York.
Thank you. Half Dog, who goes way back, because I remember I met you, you was with Flash at a birthday party.
Yeah, we've been doing this for quite a while. Me and Flash been rocking since about 1981 and whatnot. And I've seen this hip hop thing come down, and it's really amazing where we've gotten to. I want to say especially, it feels good to see Cold Crush be 20 years in the mix and still doing this game. It means a lot to me personally. See, I come from the old school of hip hop, back when we did it in the parks where we did it for free. And now to see that people are actually making millions of dollars off of it, it really makes me feel good. And by the way, I'm coming out with a new record label called Lumberjack Records. I got a couple of groups on it so far. Naya Bingy, they got Make It Hot out. Elemental Vision with Don't Test, and the Sorry Souls whole organization. We're coming out for like 1996. And when we hit the airwaves, y'all gonna know this is the beginning of the end. Lumberjack Records, interview.
The video that you gave me, what video is that?
Oh, let's Make It Hot. That's by the group Naya Bingy. And the music is done by JB the Baker. And the CEO of our company, Ed Nicky Scarfo, we just doing our thing. Me, I'm Kev Dog. Been doing it for 20 years and better. It's about time to do it right.
There you go. All right, thanks.
Good to see you, too.
Good seeing you. That was Cap Dog in the house. Link you. You saw Sticky. You saw Chuck Chill Out. Grand was a theater at the 20th Cold Crush anniversary. They got it going on. Crazy man, people representing in the house. It's a fat party. Y'all should have been here, all right? Y'all.
JB the Baker. JB the Baker. What up?
Whoa, 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 yeah. Break them off, son. Break them off, son. Break them off, son. Yo, it's unbelievable what I'm seeing, bro. It makes it hard to hold on for the American Negro. Some say do, some say don't. I say hit him, forget him, did him, them motherfuckers ghosted. Lost in the source like a damn nomad. The heat is on and it can make you feel less than a man. All I see is animosity amongst my minority. What's up, T? What's up, peeps? It seems that the ways of this world have got us caught. Stress in the past. Waiting for the half off of Newports. I keeps it real straight out the Vernonville. And ain't no doubt about it, but I top. So that's why the baby kids on the corner do what they wanna. Got a single parent home with a stressed out mother. And when they're going to flush, that's all she got. That fat lady ain't singing, she's screaming. I hear the gunshot. Make it hot, make it, make it, make it hot, make it hot, make it, make it, make it hot, make it hot, make it, make it, make it hot. Now you make it forever, make it hot, make it, make it hot, make it hot, make it, make it, make it hot, make it hot, make it, make it, make it hot. Now you make it forever, see, blowing up your spine.
You wanna feel the heat, son, then turn me up some. Now you binky, swing swords like a shogun century. And them off it, that's sweet. Illuminati eyes all on me. So what's the deal? Is you real? Is you with me? Grab up your Glocks, let's get low down and shifty. Misery, misery, bring out the jungle in me. Lord have mercy, for revenge I'm thirsty. It's just some things that can't be forgotten, like getting locked in chains on plantations picking cotton. So rock man, lick the Glock man, no job. I heat it up like NBA 95. Don't want to test, you get yourself into a bloody mess, getting stomped out by my Timberland Gore-Tex. Raw dog to your grill, chief, cause if it's ruckus, I got snuff rough and smash your teeth. New world order like sheep to the slaughter, better recognize how the one been hitting you with lies. Ever since the rise of the Vatican, but now we shattering dreams like bullets hitting spleens, mad screams make way for terror, rocking braids. They all afraid cause I blow up spots like air raids. N-I to the Y-A-B-I-N-G-Y, blowing tracks sky high when I get high. Make it, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot. Now you're making forever, dream growing up the sky. Make it hot, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot. Now you're making forever, dream growing up your sky. Who rocks the mic like I know what I'm claiming fame? Main rap's not a game to you wannabes. With no degrees, you'll need to freeze. Cause when I flow, I bring the pain like Wu-Tang Killer Bees. Not the method man, but B.O.C. and man. I'm from the burning, I keep them heads turning like each sermon. See what I'm saying is my style is mad. I'm from the Bingy squad. Boom, boom, I blow spots. Bachman, heaven to hell, I'm freaking ever since the pump tried to jack me from my sleep. And ever since then, I've been a wild man. Me and my now who we run. Even I ran, so step and get your head knocked. What's up? It's the block, or let's it shut down from bro. Time to wreck shop, I bet you can't tell who's the block. Who's the man in all that? Damn dummy, give me my prop. So which one of you want it? So I can slam it down your grill like Larry Johnson from the homies. It ain't no need for blessing. I don't be stressing, I brings it live. Let's get it on like slipping wet. Make it hot, make it, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot. Now you're thinking forever, dream growing up your spine. Make it hot, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot, make it hot. Break it, make it, make it hot. Now you're thinking forever, dream growing up your spine.
Break 'em, break 'em, break 'em off for something. Break 'em, break 'em, break 'em off for something. Break 'em, break 'em, break 'em off for something.